Do you know more about the sinking? Email taryn.pedler@mailonline.co.uk. Follow our live blog, Egypt submarine accident latest updates. Rescue mission launched after tourist boat sinks in Red Sea. Survivor of the Egypt submarine tragedy has claimed the vessel began to dive with its hatches still open, leaving tourists to scramble out themselves as it took on water. Elena Boldareva and her husband swam out of the Sinbad tourist submersible as it began to sink at its landing pontoon off the coast of Hurghada this morning. Her daughter and mother were taken to hospital, among the 39 rescued. 6 people have died, and at least 1 child is still in serious condition. Some managed to swim out, some didn't, she said. She said people tried to save themselves as best they could while tourists on boats near the marina of the Sinbad Club Hotel rushed to pull people from the water. One survivor, who is not named, gave a similar recollection to Russian outlet MASH. When my family and I were standing on a pontoon and were about to board the submarine suddenly started to sink, even though the hatches were open, she said. The man who was responsible for loading shouted, "Stop, stop, stop," and started pushing us back towards the pontoon. She claimed the submarine began to descend before everyone was on board. The Sinbad submarine was already carrying dozens of tourists when it sank. At least 6 Russians, including 2 children, were killed, and at least 9 people were injured. 39 people have so far been rescued, local sources have said. Passenger Dr. Kristina Valyalina was reportedly reunited with her children, 10 and 15, in hospital later on, after initial reports aired fears she may have died on board. She was pictured with her husband, Ravel Valyalin, who is also believed to have been on board the Sinbad at the time of its sinking. His fate was not immediately clear. Rescue boat arrives to recover the sunken tourist submarine Sinbad off the coast of Hurghada in Egypt on Thursday. The regional governor said that all the passengers who were on board have been accounted for. 6 died in the tragedy. Unnamed survivors of the Egyptian submarine tragedy in a hospital room in Hurghada today. The submersible sank off the marina of the Sinbad Club Hotel this morning. People on board said hatches were left open and that they had to scramble to save themselves.